Stop scrolling right now, because the small nickel sitting in your pocket or buried in an old coffee could be hiding big money asterisk asterisk. I'm talking about a coin that has shocked collectors, crushed auction records, and turned ordinary people into owners of life-changing value. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel looks like nothing special, but in the right form, it is pure hidden treasure. Most people think nickels are boring, worth 5 cents, not worth a second look. But 1964 was not a normal year. It was one of the most chaotic, mysterious, and frantic years in the entire history of U.S. coinage. The country was running out of coins. People were hoarding silver. The U.S. Mint was under pressure like never before. And in that chaos, something incredible happened. Mistakes were made, rare varieties were created, and some of the most valuable nickels ever slipped into circulation. That's how the legend of the 1964 Jefferson Nickel was born. Here's what makes it so powerful. 1964 was the last year that the U.S. Mint was allowed to put mint marks on coins before Congress temporarily removed them to stop hoarding. It was also the final year before the mint changed production methods. That means 1964 nickels exist in massive numbers, but the rare versions exist in shockingly small quantities. And that's where the big money hides. Some 1964 Jefferson nickels are worth 5 cents. Others are worth $500, $5, 000, $10, 000, and even more. Now listen carefully. The most famous and valuable version is the 1964 D. Jefferson Nickel with full steps. On the reverse side of the coin, Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson, has steps leading up to it. On most nickels, those steps are blurry, worn, or incomplete. But on a perfect strike, you can see 5 or 6 full, sharp steps. And collectors go crazy for that. A 1964 D with full steps has sold for over $8,000 at auction. One in nearly perfect condition sold for more than $11,000. 5 cents turned into life-changing value. That is not a fantasy. That is real hidden treasure. Now here's the part nobody tells you. The Denver Mint was striking 1964 nickels so fast that machines overheated, dies wore out, and metal flowed in strange ways. That created error coins, and error coins are where the big money explodes. There are 1964 nickels with double die errors, where Jefferson's eye, hair, or the word liberty appears doubled. Some of these have sold for $1,000 to $3,000. There are 1964 nickels with off-center strikes where part of the design is missing. Depending on how dramatic the error is, those can bring $300 to $2,500. There are 1964 nickels struck on the wrong metal, including rare off.